And welcome back to tonight's MLB pregame show as we ramp up to the first pitch this evening. Should be a good one. And as we prepare you for it, we present our Topps Player Spotlight. Joe King has people around the game buzzing. He took home the AL Cy Young Award last year, and we can see him there receiving the award from his manager just a few moments ago.
Well, the secret's out on this guy, D-Row. He is not only lights out. This guy can get it done. Pitches deep into games. He can eat up innings, and more importantly, his stuff is elite.
I agree, Dan. He shut down the league all season long. I'm interested to see if he builds on last year's Cy Young award-winning season and gets off to another hot start.
We are under the light. Coming to the plate now, Franklin Clement. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And it's fouled away.
First pitch, 7-10.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. Striding into the box, Nick Solak.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Ball one. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend, Matthew Ross. Very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
Throw gets him, 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that brings up the versatile Nomar Mazara. A ball and no strikes. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Oh, he's got that beautiful 12-6 curveball, doesn't he? It's part of what makes him as good as he is, and he has a lot of confidence in it. He'll even throw it behind an account at times.
2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Just hung in there on that one. Line to the right side. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, Ronald Guzman. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
The count is 1-2.
The 1-2.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
The count now at 2-2. And he got him. So here is Avisail Garcia. He'll be looking for better results in this one. He was 0 for 4 in the ball game back on Sunday. 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. A bouncer to the left side. Altuve has it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Now at the plate, Blake Swihart, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. 2-0 the count to the Rangers left fielder.
2-0.
Hey, 2 outs here, 2 outs.
2-1 the count to Blake Swihart.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like
a swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll ricochet off the facade out there in left center. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. First pitch on its way.
The third baseman,
Ball 1.
Sheldon Noisy.
2-0.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Story picks it up, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Into the box now, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and you can see great numbers over the past few games.
Kiner-Falefa.
Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. One and 2 to the Rangers catcher. Ball 2.
That's inside.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Reined in. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He was 1 for 3 in the ballgame back on Sunday. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Now a fastball. Oh, strike 3 called on a pitch that looked inside. Instead, it's out number 2.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Ball and 2 strikes to the Rangers shortstop.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone-cold take.
Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. Rangers set down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Stepping into the box, Nick Solak, as we begin the top of the fourth.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. To 1-2 now.
Hey, strike this guy out. Let's go.
Now the pitch. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Springer. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Left fielder is on the move. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
And he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, here we go.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Two.
Now a ground ball for Altuve could be 2. There's 1 on to first, and they get the double play. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Avisail Garcia. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1. And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia.
Here we go, boys.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, including the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Rangers 1 and the Astros nothing. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Blake Swihart. Hit in the air out to center field. Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. So striding in, Sheldon Noisy. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Looking at his career totals, Noisy hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. 1-2 now.
1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. 3 go the Rangers. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Manuel Margot. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into as a lefty hitter. That ball looks like it's almost going to hit you, and it breaks over the inside half of the plate.
2-1 the count. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Ready once again, Franklin Clement. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Skied in the air to straightaway left.
I got it.
And quickly 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th. Digging in once again, Nick Solak. He went deep last time up. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
2-0 now. Now the pitch. This is line to left. Alvarez has it, and the inning is over. 7th inning ready to roll, and that brings up the versatile Nomar Mazara.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
So digging in now, Ronald Guzman. No hits to this point. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And this one bounds around against the wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
With runners in scoring position this season, Garcia carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Guzman leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away. Here comes the Astros skipper up out of the Houston dugout, and he's going to motion.
Wow, nice job there, notching career save number 159. Hey, I had 158 saves in my career, so I'll be in his rearview mirror forever. He's a good one, and we'll see how many more he can rack up.
A 4-1 finish.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
And welcome back into the MLB pregame show as we get you set for it. It's time for baseball on. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race. Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, D-Row, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Through the first 5 games of this homestand, 4-1, and looking for some bigger and better things.
Yeah, we had a chance to sit down before the game after BP with the manager. He was really pleased with the way his team has played in these last 5. Let's see if it continues today.
2-2 the count. Now the pitch.
Full count.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
And that misses, ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway. Yasiel Puig is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. King, playing here in his home state of Texas, is currently the leading vote getter among starting pitchers in the league, and quite deservedly so.
Hey, hats off to this guy right now. It wouldn't have been my first guess if I was thinking about who was leading at this position. But you know what? He's played very well this year, and the fans certainly have taken notice.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
Yohan Moncada comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
And it's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Got to execute a good pitch right here. Runner at first is probably going to be on the move, and you got one of the better hitters on their team up at the plate.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Yohan Moncada is the second out of the opening frame. Eloy Jimenez is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Grounder down the line at third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, D-Row, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Zach Collins is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. 1-2 to the White Sox catcher.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
1-2. Here it is.
I got the count. 2-2.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
Anderson over at second. Jimenez on at first with 2 down. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Jacoby Jones. What a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Now at the plate, Jacoby Jones. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
That's outside.
Where's it first here?
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 0-1. Here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Candelario is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. So he punches him out and looking at the fastball. Jeimer Candelario is sent packing for out number 2 in the inning. Dawel Lugo stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. 1-0 count. Here it is. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run.